Good morning. In this video, we are going to start with chapter 9, some application of trigonometry. We had already seen trigonometric chapter before this, and we have also learned that one of the main application of trigonometry is to find the heights and distances. In the figure, we can see that this is a tower, and if we know the angle, then we can find the height as well as the distance of the objects. In this chapter, we will see how we can find the heights and distances if we know the angle and any one side of the right angle triangle. First, we'll proceed with a few terminologies. First one is line of sight. The line of sight is the line drawn from the eye of an observer to the point in the object viewed by the observer. Here, AE is the person, is the observer. Okay, so this person is looking at the top of this tower, which is the point C. So there is a straight line of sight. His view is called as the line of sight. So mathematically, AC will be the line of sight. Next one is angle of elevation. Now the person A is standing and he is looking up at the tower. So when you are looking above the horizontal level, then it is called as angle of elevation. Here BAC is the angle of elevation. Now suppose if we are standing on top of a building and we are looking at an object below, then from the horizontal level we are looking down. Horizontal level is the frame of reference for us. From that we are looking down, that is called as angle of depression. The straight line is the line of sight, and how much we are bending from the horizontal level is called as the angle of depression. And how much we are looking up from the horizontal level is the angle of elevation. Only these many terminologies you need to know for finding the heights and distances. Let us have just a quick recap of the previous chapter. Suppose we are having a right angle triangle ABC. Then tan A will be BC by AB, which is opposite side by adjacent side. Cot A will be AB by BC, which is adjacent side by opposite side. And here are the few values of tan A for 30 degree, 45 degree and 60 degree. We'll be requiring all this in order to solve the questions in the exercise. So let us quickly move on to the exercise 9.1. The second question. A tree breaks due to storm and the broken parts bends so that the top of the tree touches the ground, making an angle 30 degree with it. The distance between the foot of the tree to the point where the top touches the ground is 8 meters. Find the height of the tree. So we are having a tree here which was straight, but because of storm it broke and it is bending, making an angle 30. So let us represent this in the form of a diagram. Suppose AC is the complete tree and at B it is breaking. So after breaking, the top part breaks and it falls down on the ground. With the ground, it is making 30 degree. This angle, how much it is bended, that is 30 degree. Now, the distance between the foot of the tree means this part, foot of the tree to the point where the top touches the ground. The top touches the ground over here. This is the foot of the tree. So, C is the foot of the tree, A dash is the top where it broke and it touches the ground. This distance is given to be 8 meters. We have to find the height of the tree. Now, understand that whole AC is the height of the tree. In the figure, this is BC. So we are having BC and we have to find AB, which is extra also. Only then we can find the total height. For this, one angle is given. Mathematically, when we see one angle is given and one side is given, we have to find the third side and the extra AB also. Let us find BC first. So for BC, in triangle A dash BC, BC by A dash C is tan 30 degree, opposite side by adjacent side. So BC by 8 is 1 by root 3. BC is 8 by root 3 meters. Now, in order to find AB, now this part only is broken and it has fallen down. So AB and A dash B are the same. Now, A dash C by A dash B is cos 30 degree, adjacent side by hypotenuse. So A by A dash B is root 3 by 2 cos 30 value, and then we will get A dash B also. So first we had the angle, we had one side, we had to find BC and A dash B. BC, for this angle, BC is the opposite side and A dash B is the hypotenuse. And adjacent side is given to us. So first we used tan 30 in order to find the opposite side. Then we used cos 30 so that with the adjacent side we can find the hypotenuse. So first thing is understanding the question and then determining which trigonometric ratio to use for the given problem. Now we have to find the height of the tree, which is A dash B plus BC. So 16 by root 3 plus 8 by root 3. If we have 24 by root 3, you cannot leave root in the denominator. We are going to rationalize it. And finally, we get the answer to be 8 root 3 meters. Moving on to the next question. Question number 5. A kite is flying at a height of 60 meters above the ground. So let us take K to be the kite. It is flying above the ground at a distance of 60 meters. The string stretched to the kite is temporarily tied to a point on the ground. So KP is the string and at P it is being tied. The inclination of the string with the ground is 60 degree. Inclination means angle, how much it has inclined, how that is 60 degree. Find the length of the string assuming that there is no slack in the string. So which is the string now? PK is the string, KP. So we have to find the distance KP assuming that there is no slack. So we are assuming that it is a straight line. Okay. Now KLP is a right angle triangle. This is 60 degree. Opposite side is given to be 60 meter. We have to find the hypotenuse. So opposite side hypotenuse. Which trigonometric ratio? Sin 60. So in triangle KLP, KL by KP is equal to sin 60 degree, opposite side by hypotenuse. So substituting, we will get KP as 120 by root 3. Again, we will not leave root in the denominator. We will rationalize it and hence we get the length of the string to be 40 root 3 meters. Sixth question. 1.5 meter tall boy is standing at some distance from a 30 meter tall building. The angle of elevation from his eyes to the top of the building increases from 30 degree to 60 degree as he walks towards the building. Find the distance he walked towards the building. So we are having a boy. Let us take AS to be the boy over here. His height is 1.5 meter. Okay. He is standing at some distance from a 30-meter tall building. So building is 30 meter. How much distance he is standing? We don't know. Okay. So PQ is the building and it is 30 meter tall. The angle of elevation, he is looking above. From his eyes to the top of the building. From his eyes to the top of the building, he has to look above. So angle of elevation increases from 30 degree to 60 degree as he walks towards the building. So AS is the person. He first, when he looks up at the top of the building, which is P, he is having angle 30 degree. Then when he walks towards, BT is the person now. At the point T, T is the ground. His head is only BT. When he is looking up, the angle is 60 degree. Find the distance he walked. So from S, he has reached T. So ST distance is what is asked. Not the whole distance. Distance he walked towards the building is the question. So ST we have to find. So now PR is PQ minus RQ. Why are we doing that? Because angle of elevation is given in terms of his head. That's the eye, isn't it? So we are going to subtract his height so that we can use the right angle triangle. Okay, so which is 30 minus 1.5 meter, 28.5. We will write that in fractions, 57 by 2. Now in triangle PAR, we need to find AB, isn't it? The distance ST is what we have to find. So first, with the big triangle, we will find AR. Then with the small triangle, we will find BR. So in triangle PAR, tan 30 degree is equal to PR by AR, opposite side by adjacent side, which is 57 by 2AR, which is equal to 1 by root 3, value of tan 30 degree. AR is 57 by 2 root 3. Then in triangle PRB, the smaller triangle we will consider, tan 60 degree is opposite side by adjacent side, which is PR by BR. So then substituting, we get BR to be 19 root 3 by 2 meters. So we got AR, we got BR also. Now we can find AB, and ST is going to be same as AB only. So we will use that. ST is equal to AB, which is equal to AR minus BR. So when we substitute, solve it, we get the answer 19 root 3 meters. Hence, he walked 19 root 3 meters towards the building. Now, we move on to the question 7. From point on the ground, the angles of elevation of the bottom and top of a transmission tower fixed at the top of a 20-meter high building are 45 degree and 60 degree respectively. Find the height of the tower. So here BC is the building and AB is the transmission tower which is kept on top of the building, and D is the point on the ground from where we are looking up. Okay, and it is given that bottom and top of the transmission tower. So for the bottom, it is 45 degree. When you look at the bottom, it is 45 degree. And when we look at the top, it is 60 degree. And it is given that the building is 20 meter high, of a 20 meter high building. So BC is the building, BC is 20 meter. We have to find the height of the tower. AB we have to find. For this, first we will take the smaller. For the bigger triangle, we don't know so many things. So first we will take the smaller triangle. We will find the distance DC. Then using that, we will find from the big triangle, we'll find AC. Then we can subtract to get AB. This is the overview. Let us solve. In triangle BCD, tan 45 degree, opposite side by adjacent side, BC by BC. So we get CD to be 20 meter. Tan 45 is 1. So CD is 20 meters. Now in triangle ACD, the bigger one, tan 60 degree is AC by CD. AC is AB plus BC by CD, which is equal to root 3. Now BC is 20. We know CD is also 20. We have just found out. So let us substitute for CD also. We will get AB plus 20 by 20 equal to root 3. Taking to the other side, solving them, we will get AB is equal to 20 into root 3 minus 1 meters. So therefore, the height of the transmission tower is 20 into root 3 minus 1 meters. With this, we have come to the end of the session. Thank you.